The grizzled old man sighed as Eleanor and her companions finished relaying their tale. "Aye," he said, "Grimbeorn has had news of a trollkin on the Carrock. He stormed off in a rage not 3 days past to put an end to its mischief. But if what you say is true, then there may be more than just a single troll. Mighty though he is, he may be outmatched." He unlimbered himself, stretching with several audible cracks as he stood up from the massive chair he sat in. He was a huge man, Eleanor noted. Even grayed and bowed with age, he seemed to fill the hall. "I suppose I ought to go find the young whelp and bail him out of whatever trouble he's gotten himself into now." With that he moved towards the door. "Wait!" Eleanor called. "Let us go in your stead. I would not wish harm to come to you." She had deliberately avoided mentioning his age, but he laughed wryly anyways. "You think I'm too old for this fight, don't you? Well, let me tell you something. I've seen more than 80 summers, but I'm still as hale as any man in the Vale of Anduin, and mightier than most of them will ever be. The Trollkin will learn that they should still fear the name of Beorn." With that he turned to the door. "Well," he asked, "are you coming?" Hello, I'm Onidson, and this is Agents of the White Council, my narrative campaign for Lord of the Rings the Card Game by Fantasy Flight Games, in which I follow a group of heroes as they quest across the length and breadth of Middle-earth, fighting back against the Shadow in the east. Today we will be playing Conflict at the Carrock, the second quest of the Shadows of Mirkwood cycle. It appears that I have forgotten to load the actual quest, so let me do that quickly, and then we will take a look at our opening hands. Deck 1 has a hand filled with lore cards, most of them cheap, but still. With 2 spirit heroes, I'd rather have a handful of spirit cards. Also, might be worth going over the decks real quick. Deck 1 is a spirit lore deck that's mostly focused around getting willpower out to quest successfully, but also has got some lore support cards, some condition removal just in case the sacked cards show up, weapons for Thurindir and Lanwyn, some side quest fetching to help support Thurindir's ability. By and large, it's a questing deck that will also power up Lanwyn to get enough attack power to start helping mow down some trolls. Deck 2 is an Eagles deck with Amarthiel, Beorn, and Thalen. Thalen will be doing direct damage to the enemies as they come up, while Beorn can defend the small things, and Amarthiel, powered up with support of the Eagles, will be our primary defender against the trolls at the Carrock. Deck 2, I'm actually pretty satisfied with the opening hand here, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. Deck 1 will take a mulligan. Let's see if we can get something a little more useful, and that is brilliant. Let's go looking for Thurindir's side quest. I'm not entirely sure of the order of actions there, if we take mulligans before we pull the side quest, or if we pull the side quest out beforehand. I'm not sure that it matters overly much. So, we'll pull Gather Information for Thurindir's setup action. We've also got a Legacy Blade, Unexpected Courage, and the Matham, Beaufort. Good stuff. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the quest. Grimbeorn's Quest. While searching for Gollum in the Anduin Valley, you receive word that a group of trolls have come to the Carrock. Add the Carrock to the staging area, remove the 4 unique troll cards and 4 copies of the sacked card from the encounter deck, set them aside out of play. Octagon has already done so. Then shuffle 1 sacked card per player back into the encounter deck. Those 2. into the encounter deck. As this area is under the watch of the Bjornings, you seek out their leader, Grimbeorn the Old, and discover he has already set out in a rage. You follow, hoping to find him before he confronts the trolls. And then, after placing the 7th progress token, we make the Carrock the active location. Also important to note, we've got Rangers of the North, because we have Ranger summons in deck 2's deck, so we can put some of these Rangers into the deck. They'll give us more surge to trigger Lanwin, and also might be useful against trolls. Who knows? Double down on the direct damage bit. Alright, let's go ahead and start the game. Okay, we draw a second Ancient Matham, and another Honor Guard. Okay. Deck 1 will immediately play a Legacy Blade onto Lanwin. It's going to be useless for the moment, but as we get some of these side quests cleared, I rather expect it's going to end up rather helpful. Let's also put a copy of Unexpected Courage on Lanwin. Let's actually move that around a bit. I'm not going to be exhausting the Legacy Blade, so let's put it on the other side. And we can save up Thurindir's resource. Let's draw 2 cards with Daron's runes, and discard one of the Ancient Mathams, actually, I think. We're getting off to a good start card draw-wise, and I think we can afford to play Deep Knowledge and start drawing some cards. Whoops. That was not meant to happen. We should be at 33 threat. And I think we drew a second copy of Daron's Runes. We did. So let's draw 2 more. And discard a Northern Tracker out of all of the cards. And we'll immediately play Gather Information, I think. Maybe not the Northern Tracker. We have 2 copies of Well Warned. We could get rid of one of those. I'm not sure we need the threat reduction. It's early yet. I don't want to get rid of all of the card draw. You know what? I'm going to drop Bofer. No. He's the only willpower I've got. No, I think the Northern Tracker is the right choice. There are some nasty enough shadow effects that having a Burning Brand out on Eleanor will be nice. Alright. Deck 2 will play The Eagles Are Coming. Look at the top 5 cards of the deck and add any eagles to hand. That's the only eagle card. And shuffle the rest back into the deck. Well, could have been worse. Let's go ahead and get out an Honor Guard. I think we'll spend the first couple of rounds doing that. Alright, and we will start by questing to gather information. We'll send Lanwin and Thurindir and Thalen. 2, 4, 5. 5 willpower against 2 threat in the staging area. The first card we reveal is a Frightened Beast. Okay, everybody raises their threat by 2. That is something I am totally okay with. And the second card of staging is Bee Pastures. Well, that's just wonderful, actually. A very softball first round. Let's add 2 resources to gather information. Travel to the Bee Pastures. And as soon as we travel to the Bee Pastures, we're going to search the encounter deck for Grimbeorn the Old. There he is. Close and shuffle. And that will be it for the round, it looks like. So we will move on to the second round. There we go. Deck 1 will draw Athelos, and deck 2 will get a Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack will be good when we get Landreval. For the moment, deck 1 will... Okay, deck 2 is going to be playing cards first. So the first thing we'll play is a second Honor Guard. And Amarthiel will spend both of his resources on a Weather Hills Watchman. We need to boost our willpower. Look at the top 5 cards of the deck. And add a Signal card to my hand. So we should be able to boost Amarthiel up to 4 defense fairly quickly. Deck 1 really doesn't have anything we want to play, I think. We want to save Beaufort, a resource to put Beaufort into play. So let's go ahead and quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, and we'll send Amarthiel as well. 7. Against 2 in the staging area. First card of staging is a Marsh Adder. And the second card is the Gladden Fields. 3, 6, 8. There's now 8 threat in the staging area. And we'll spend 1 for Beaufort, who means that we're now questing for 9. Successfully, we put a progress on the Bee Pastures, and he'll return to our hand at the end of the phase. In the engagement phase, we will engage the Marsh Adder and play both copies of Well-Warned to reduce deck 2's threat by 6. And then Beorn will defend against the Marsh Adder without exhausting. And the Honor Guards will cancel 2 points of damage, so Beorn will take a point of damage. Lanwin will ready, and Beorn and Lanwin will attack for a combined 8, which is enough to kill the Marsh Adder and send it to the victory display. All things considered, that was not a bad round. Oh, good. Let's play an Ancient Matham. On to the Bee Pastures. Let's get some more willpower in play. Looking at the top 5 cards in the deck. Let's pull up the River Langflood. If I had a Northern Tracker or a Ravanian Outrider out, I'd have pulled the brown lands. But that's not a thing that we had available. Over here, 2 will boost Amarthiel's defense. And other than that, I think this is what we wanted to do. So, alright, we will again quest 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 against 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the staging area. And we'll first reveal Roasted Slowly. There are no heroes with the card sacked attached. I don't remember the exact ruling on whether or not I follow through with the second, so I'm just going to go with the more nasty approach, which is, yes, follow through with the second, shuffle it back in instead of discarding it. And our second card of staging is Misty Mountain Goblins, which will mean we break even. They take a damage from Thalen. And because I would rather not break even, we'll spend a resource to put Beaufort into play again, boosting our willpower to 9, putting a progress on the bee pastures and another progress on gather information, clearing the bee pastures and drawing deck 1, 3 cards. And then we'll travel to the Gladden Fields to get that threat out of the staging area, and deck 2 will engage the Misty Mountain Goblins. Deal the Shadow card. Bjorn will defend without exhausting. Exhaust the Honor Guard to cancel the damage, and Bjorn will kill the Goblins. We'll each take the threat increase. And ready for the next turn. Okay. A note here, Quick Strike is proxying for an event in the new upcoming adventure pack, the first adventure pack of the Arid Mithrin cycle, called Bjorn's Rage. It says, after a Bjorning character is declared as attacker or defender, the enemy gets -2 attack and -2 defense until the end of the phase. That works very well with Bjorn, and will work even better with the new Grimbjorn hero, but we have a Grimbjorn ally, so that is not something that I think we could have fit into the deck as presently constituted, but still, something worth considering. So, deck 2 will spend 4 resources to get Eagles of the Misty Mountains into play. That is very good. The only thing we have left to find is support of the Eagles, and then Amarthiel will be fully set up. Deck 1 will go ahead and play Entangling Nets into the staging area, as well as and Beaufort returned to hand because we successfully quested. Actually, I think I'd rather get Arwen out. And actually, I'll leave the resource on Eleanor. Get Arwen out. Arwen is going to target Eleanor just so that I have more defense actions. If I have Amarthiel that can defend for 4 and Eleanor who can defend for 3, that's something worthwhile. And then I have a resource for Beaufort if I need it, and a resource for sneak attack if I really need it. So, questing for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 against currently 4 in the staging area. The first card revealed is Sacked, attached to a hero with no sacked cards, controlled by the first player. We will put it on... Oh, the first player over here. We'll put it on Thalen. And we'll lock Thalen. And the second card is a Hill Troll who will land on the trap. That's beautiful. That's just beautiful. We added a grand total of 1 threat to the staging area. Let me check and make sure I increased our threat. I did. I increased the threat already for the Gladden Fields. So, we will be making 7 progress, which clears the Gladden Fields and gather information. With gather information cleared, we'll go ahead and pick out a card from deck 1. Of all the cards I could pick out, I think I'll grab The Road Goes Ever On. And for deck 2, I will grab Gather Information. We're going to go ahead and start really working through those side quests. And Thurindir gets an extra willpower now that we have cleared a side quest. So, deck... Oh, well, there was actually 6 threat in the staging area because that Hill Troll increased the River Lane Flood by 1 threat. But we still would have cleared the side quest, so the actual effect on the game state is minimal. We'll optionally engage the Hill Troll over here, ready up Lanwin. The Hill Troll is attacking for 4. We'll defend with the Marthiel. Do a shadow card. No shadow effect, exhaust him. Well, no, don't even need to exhaust the honor guard because 4 attack versus 4 defense is fine. The Hill Troll took a damage from Thalen because Thalen was still committed to the quest, because being sacked does not remove him from the quest. He just can no longer commit to the quest in the future. So Bjorn with 5 attack, Lanwin with now 4 is a grand total of 9. 9 attack against 1 defense means 8 damage, and the Hill Troll goes to the victory display. That was beautiful, really. I couldn't have had that work out better if I'd planned it myself. Okay, ready, everybody? We draw a Pathfinder, and we draw another unit named Warning. Okay. Oh, unfortunately, this is going to be slightly annoying. Okay, Thurindir will play Athelos on himself, attached to a Dunedain or healer character, and we're going to exhaust the attached character and discard Athelos to remove the condition attachment from Thalen. Okay, it looks like Thalen still would have readied, though. He does not collect a resource, but the attached hero cannot attack, defend, commit to a quest, trigger its effect, or collect resources. Oh. Oh. Cannot trigger its effect. And so Thalen was sacked, then the hill troll wouldn't have had a damage on it, and we'd have only put 8 damage onto that hill troll. Okay, that's still fine. It just means that we have a hill troll with 1 damage left that we have to deal with. Oh, and we wanted to travel to the river laying flood last round. We forgot to travel. Alright. Deck 1 will start by playing a Dunedain Pathfinder. We'll put an Oakwood Grove into play. And let's get a Ravanian Outrider out there. While we do it, and deck 2, we have 3 tactics resources available at the moment, so, but still I think most importantly Amarthiel wants an Armored Destrier. So he's now 4 attack and 4 defense and can ready to use his 3 attack or to defend a second time. We will save that maybe for a feint if necessary. Other than that, let's go ahead and start questing. 2, 4, 6. Leave the Ravanian Outrider. 6, 7. Against 4. No, we'll make it. No, we'll commit the Ravanian Outrider. We'll make it 8 against 2. Oh yes, and player 2 was going to play Gather Information. We will quest 2 Gather Information. First card is Wargs. Oh, we're questing with Thalen too. I forgot about that. That's... Well, I didn't do it. That's fine. Fine. We'll reveal the Wargs, and we'll reveal another Hill Troll. Of course we will. Okay. So we've added 3 threat to the staging area. We make 3 progress exactly. And that's what we've got. Eleanor's at 3 defense. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll optionally engage the Hill Troll here and the Wargs here. Dealing shadow cards as follows. Bjorn will No, I think we can get away without a fainting. So, alright. First thing that happens is Eleanor will defend against the Wargs. We get no attack boost, no shadow effect, means they're returned to the staging area. Couldn't kill him even if I wanted to. Amarthiel will block the Hill Troll. 4 attack against 4 defense. And now we have to sack again. We will sack the first player, one of the first player's heroes. Let's sack Eleanor. And we will ready Amarthiel and discard that shadow card. Now, Bjorn will defend against the second Hill Troll. 6 attack against 1 defense, 5 damage. We'll block 2 of it with the honor guards, and Bjorn will take 3 damage. Alright. Thalen will kill this hill troll. It only has 1 defense and 1 hit point remaining, and he has 2 attack. And I'll need 9 attack to kill this hill troll. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the eagles, 11, 12, 13, 14 with Landwin. And both hill trolls are taken care of. And now we'll ready everybody up. Let's draw a card. Deck 1. Oh, deck 2 is first player. Well, Eleanor did not get a resource, and is in fact locked. I need another Athelos. We'll put another Dunedain Warning onto Amarthiel. And deck 2 will play, and we'll play a Winged Guardian. There we go. Amarthiel now has 5 defense. We've played The Road Goes Ever on Gather Information. And that's all we can do for the moment. So, questing. Landwin 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. 13 with Thalen. I'll remember this time. So questing for 13 against 4 in the staging area. Good, the Carrock's effect is one of them as the active location. The first card to be revealed is the Massing at Night, so 1.1 and 1.2. And we'll sack Thalen. This is not going well. And then card 2 is Gladden Fields. So we've added 4 threat to the staging area, and we make 5 progress on Gather Information, adding it to the victory, display, and discarding The Road Goes Ever on. The attached quest was defeated, so I will trigger The Road Goes Ever on first, choose deck 2, look at all of its cards, and grab Prepare for Battle. And now I'm going to use the Gather Information effect to pull out of all of these cards you know what? We're going to be okay for a little bit. I'm also going to pull Keep Watch. Close and shuffle. And deck 1 we'll pull. There's a lot of things I would like to pull out of here, but what I'm going to pull is Athelos. Close and shuffle. We will travel to Banks of the Anduin. We'll travel to the Banks of the Anduin. Deck 2 will engage Wargs. Deck 1 will play Well Warned to reduce Deck 2's threat by 2. Reducing it to 33. And Amarthiel will defend. We remove the progress token. There are no progress tokens on the current quest. We will use Armored Destrier to ready, and Bjorn will kill the wargs. And we'll go on to the next turn. We have not seen Roasted Slowly yet. Hallelujah. Things could have been very bad if we did. Alright, deck 1 will play the East Road Ranger and Athelos on the Thurindir, who is now up to 2 extra willpower. Lanwin's up to 2 extra attack. We will exhaust Thurindir, discarding Athelos to discard a copy of Sacked from Eleanor, so that now, if Roasted Slowly comes up, we can cancel it. And we will also spend 1 to put an Ancient Matham onto Banks of the Anduin. Deck 2, we will spend a resource to play Prepare for Battle, and spend a resource to put a Gondorian Shield onto Eleanor, who will now be defending for 5, just like a Marthiel, except for she'll be a Sentinel. We can, if we can figure out a way to control our threat, we can try to keep all of the troll enemies over here where Bjorn and a Marthiel can attack them. But if we have to, Lanwin will be 5, 7, 9. We get 9 attack just out of our best attack allies right here. So, I mean, I think we're going to be alright, all things considered. And then we'll quest for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 Thalen. Should be locked. I should not have gained that resource. So that's 8, 10, 12, 15, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. 16 willpower against 5 threat in the staging area. Will we make 9 progress? Well, if we need to, we can get Beaufort as well. First card is the River Laying Flood. Second card is a Muck Adder. So that's a total of 3 threat added. So we're making 8 progress. And we will bring in Beaufort to clear, to make it 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will add Prepare for Battle to the victory display. Deck 1 will draw 3 cards, and we will travel to the River Laying Flood. Beaufort will return to our hand, and we will optionally engage the Muck Adder. A Marthiel will block it. It is not a troll, and we'll ready Lanwin and have Lanwin kill it this time. Lanwin gains another attack. Thurindir gains another point of willpower. We'll have Lanwin kill it just for the novelty. We'll ready again. I think we're getting to a place where we're comfortable. Player 2 will save the resources. Yep, save all of their resources. No, not quite. Player 2 will spend 1 to play Keep Watch. Player 2 will spend 2 on the second copy of Unexpected Courage to go on to Thurindir, and Thurindir will spend 2 for a magic ring for Eleanor. Let's actually move the shield to the other side. Again, we're not going to be exhausting the shield. Alright, we'll quest to keep watch. 2. Thurindir's 5 makes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Questing for 20 against, again, 5 in the staging area. Our first card is the River Laying Flood, and the second is Despair. There are no progress tokens on any quest cards, and I like to see that go as a treachery. So we've added 2 threat to the staging area. We make 13 progress. And I can't remember if it's 6 or 8 on Keep Watch, but it doesn't matter because we cleared it. All non-unique enemies engaged with players get -1 attack. We'll travel to the next copy of the River Laying Flood. There are now 4 side quests in the victory display. The Legacy Blade is max 3, so that one doesn't gain an extra attack, but Thurindir is now at 6 willpower. And that is all but one of our side quests. So we will ready everybody and ask ourselves the question, are we really ready for this? Are we really ready to take on some trolls? Okay, deck 1 drew Sulian. And deck 2 should have drawn an extra card from Prepare for Battle at the start of last round, and deck 1 draws an extra card this time. Haven't seen that Song of Wisdom. It was one of the things I could have pulled with Gather Information. I chose not to because I rather needed the Athelos. Kind of a waste of Gather Information, if you ask me, but nobody did. So let's go ahead and spend 2 resources to put out an Ethyr Swordsman. We're just going to start crushing quests. We'll quest for 1, clearing the Gladden Fields. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 15. We'll quest for 15 against 2 in the staging area. Our first flip is a Frightened Beast. Everybody raises their threat by 2. I'm okay with that. We're all above the engagement cost of the unique trolls anyway, so it doesn't do anything. And the second card of staging is a Muck-Adder, which does not take a damage from Thalen. Okay, so we added a single point of threat, so we win by 12. 3, and then make 9 progress on the quest. We clear the River Laying Flood. The Carrock immediately becomes the active location. And we will add all 4 unique trolls to the staging area. All of them will be boosted in their attack and their defense because of the Carrock and the various troll effects. So, if we let engagements fall out naturally, we'll get troll, 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 Muck-Adder. No matter what happens, we're going to end up with two trolls engaged with deck 1. No matter what happens. I can't stop that. Which is unfortunate. On the other hand, it'll be 2 trolls and the muck adder. Well, I can optionally engage the muck adder over here. And then it'll be 2 trolls. Which 2 trolls? Yeah. Something like that. Do I have enough to kill a troll right now? Ready. Thurindir. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 6, 7, 8. I can attack for 10, which will do 6 damage to one of these trolls. Well, in that case, no, we're going to need to switch this around a little bit. Because I need Lewis dead as soon as I can. Because I don't have the threat available to take multiple troll attacks twice. Okay. All right. So, we'll go ahead and deal out all the trolls their shadow cards. And the muck adder its shadow card. So the first thing we're going to do is spend a resource from Thalen, who can still spend resources if he's sacked. He just can't collect resources. And Thalen will spend his resource to feint Rupert. Then Bjorn, who is Sentinel, will spend his resource on Quick Strike, which remembers proxying for Bjorn's Rage, and he will defend without exhausting against Morris, who is attacking for 6. Bjorn's Rage reduces that to 4, and will reduce Morris's defense by 2 as well, until the end of the round. So Bjorn will be defending for 1 against an attack of 4. Well, wait, do we want to do it there? No, we will want to do this, but I don't think we want to do it there. I think there we want to take our Winged Guardian and defend against Morris. No shadow effect. The Winged Guardian dies and goes under the Eagles of the Misty Mountain. Now, Bjorn will defend without exhausting against Lewis. And, oh, by the way, deck 1 raised its threat by 3 because it was attacked by a troll. And deck 2 raises its threat by 3, which I just did, against Lewis, and will raise it by 3 again against Stewart, so I'm just going to do that now. We'll play Bjorn's Rage. Bjorn will defend, so 4 attack against 1 defense. No shadow effect. And both the honor guards will exhaust to cancel 2 of the 3 points of damage, so Bjorn takes a single point of damage from that attack. 4 attack, 1 defense, 3 damage, block 2, 1 damage. Yes. Amarthiel will block the Muck-Adder, exhaust the Armored Destrier to ready, discard the Shadow card from Stuart, and Eleanor, who is Sentinel because she's been targeted by Arwen, will block Stuart's attack. Stuart is 6 attack. He will do 1 damage after Eleanor's 5 defense. Okay. Lewis, for the moment, has had those buffs removed. And now, player 1 will get to attack. Player 1 can do 6, 7, 8, 10 damage to a troll, which is enough to put 6 damage on Rupert, but not enough to kill him. Lanwin will ready, though. And now, to kill Lewis, we need 12 attack. Lanwin is 6, Bjorn is 5, the Weatherhill's Watchman is 1, that's 12, Lewis is dead. We remove the sacked card from Thalen. And we have, and the Eagles of the Misty Mountain gained attack and defense off of that. We can attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which was enough to do 4 damage to Stuart. No, before we do that, that'll be 8. No, you're right. No, that's right. We'll just do that. Okay. Discard the shadow cards. Ready everybody up. Oh, and we advance the quest. That is an important thing to remember. We approach the Carrock and find that the trolls have been watching us from the top of the Rocky River landmark. As we approach, they close in and attack. Okay, so we're going to ready. We drew a Vassal of the Wind Lord, great, and a Dúnedain Pathfinder, less useful. Deck 2 draws, however, a second card. Support of the Eagles, that's perfect. Amarthiel, we're engaged with 2 enemies, he gets a second resource. And he has a tactics icon, and his deck is first player. So the first thing we're going to do is spend 3 resources on support of the Eagles for Amarthiel. And then we'll spend 1 for the Vassal of the Wind Lord. And a remaining 2 on a Winged Guardian. That'll be fine. Over here, I don't think we're going to be spending anything. So, we will go questing. We need to clear the Carrock and we need 7 progress. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we're going to need, if we clear the Carrock and kill Stuart first, we're going to need 6 attack to kill Rupert. Then we can do that all on our own. Or Thurindir, the Ravanian Outrider, and the East Road Ranger. And then we will need 12 attack, Lanwin, a Vassal of the Wind Lord, and maybe Eleanor. Okay. Arwen actually is going to be targeting Amarthiel this round. I don't want to move her, I want to target with her. Amarthiel will be defending for 6 and will be able to defend against those, or at least one of them. And discard the other, probably, so that Eleanor can defend without danger. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I don't think we can afford to have Thurindir quest. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the quest for 12 against 0 in the staging area. We need to make 7 progress, and we can bring in Beaufort if we need to. Roasted slowly. There are no sacked cards attached. Shuffle it in. And for our second card of staging, another Muckadder. Good. So we've added 1 threat. We make 6 progress on the Carrock and 5 on the active location. We clear the Carrock. Deck 2 optionally engages the Muckadder. And all of the trolls lose 1 attack and 1 defense. So, combat phase will deal out the shadow cards in the appropriate order, and we're going to start. Stuart has 5 attack. We're going to start by exhausting support of the Eagles to give Amarthiel +3 attack till the end of the phase. Because we need 9 attack to kill Stuart. Okay. Bjorn will defend against the first Muckadder. Remove a progress token from the current quest. Honor Guard will block that damage. Bjorn will defend. Bjorn will not. The Winged Guardian will defend against the second Muckadder. Defending character does not count as defense. That was a really good choice. The Winged Guardian will die and will go face down underneath the Eagles of the Misty Mountains. Oh, that second Muckadder, one of them, took a damage from Thalen. And over here, Amarthiel will defend with 6 defense against Morris, who does not have damage tokens to remove. And he will ready and discard the shadow card from Rupert. Rupert is now attacking for... Oh. And I didn't have anybody defending against Stuart. Bjorn will defend against Stuart. Five attack, 1 defense. Should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, yep, Bjorn survives. And, so, I forgot about that. So, Rupert has not yet attacked. He's attacking for 5. Eleanor has 4 defense. Eleanor can defend for 4. And the Honor Guard will block the damage. And we will use the magic ring, raise our threat by 1 to ready her. And because Rupert attacked, we will look at all of these cards and place and shuffle all the copies of the sacked card.
well, I spent so much time and effort getting rid of. There's the third one. And shuffle them back into the encounter deck. The encounter deck is now very nearly 50% sacked cards. Now, the first thing we're going to do is kill Stuart. We need 6 damage and it's 3 defense, so 9 attack to kill Stuart. You know what? Amarthiel and Bjorn together can do it. And Stuart is dead. Now, Lanwin with... Oh, and that will remove the defense boost to all the other trolls. Lanwin can attack on her own for 6, which would do 4 damage to Rupert, killing Rupert. And Lanwin will ready and attack again for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that is enough to kill Morris. All troll enemies have been defeated. There are no troll enemies in play, and we have put at least one progress on quest stage 2B. We have beaten the quest, and that was Conflict at the Carrock, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. The decks all eventually got up and running. Deck 1 really probably could have used some more card draw. An earlier version of the deck had Dunedain pipes in it to keep discarding and drawing cards. We never did see the Song of Wisdom that was going to let me play a Burning Brand on Eleanor. I thought I had 2 copies of that in the deck. Maybe I brought it back down to 1 and expected to pull one out with Gather Information. There were a lot of things I was expecting to potentially do with Gather Information that I didn't end up doing because what I needed was sacked removal. Deck 2 functioned just fine. We never got Descendant of Thorndor. That's what the sneak attacks were there for, to sneak in the Descendant, or to sneak in Landreval to save Bjorn if he took too much damage. He didn't end up taking too much damage. We got out Honor Guards early, and so we were able to cancel a lot of that damage. And actually, I think I may have forgotten the play of Keep Watch. I may have forgotten to take into account Keep Watch's effect. It doesn't affect the unique trolls, but it would have affected the Muck Adders, and I don't remember if I cleared Keep Watch in time for it to affect the Wargs earlier. But other than that, there were a bunch of Eagles to pump up the Eagles of the Misty Mountains. Ranger summons would have been nice. Never came into play. Could have. And would have been fun to get the Rangers of the North shuffled in and get extra surge cards to trigger Lanwin's abilities on, but turns out we didn't need it. They were just a speculative thing anyways. The card draw seemed to work fairly well. Both decks have under 30 cards left. So, turned out alright, I'd say. And despite not being geared to pump up attack power, Deck 1 managed to dispatch 2 troll enemies despite having no range. Well, technically there was a Vassal of the Windlord, but it never did anything. So, despite having no ranged support from the deck that was supposed to be dedicated combat. So, all things considered, I'm happy with this playthrough, and I think it will have the opportunity to make a tense and gripping narrative. So, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next time. Well, let's take a look at our score first. 169. Not bad. Anyways, as I was saying, tune in next time as we take on Journey to Roscobel, another one of the easy quests of early in the game's lifespan, but one that hopefully will still provide ample fodder for an interesting narrative. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.